Right, I'm back. It's official. We've got a nursery round today. Polly put the kettle on. We've got Neptune. We've got Cancer. And we've got the 6th house, which is Virgo. So hospital doors, grandparents. And Polly was actually my great-grandmother. So great-grandmothers could be important. Strangely enough, Polly is a nickname for anybody called Mary, which seems silly to me because you usually shorten names, not lengthen them. So yeah, grandparents have a big thing in this one. Also the names, no, we can't say that because it's the 19, which is the sun, which is Leo energy. Illumination, things coming to light. Things being exposed. We've got a lot of things being exposed in England at the moment. But nothing's being done about it. So let's see where this takes us, shall we? So Polly put the kettle on. Suki took it off again. So the name Suki. Suki was actually the name of my first doll. She had beautiful dark complexion. And I loved her a lot. So Suki, Polly, Mary. Nicknames. There's the Virgo card on the we're not talking about that card today, we're talking about the sun. It's not urgent, but it's there. So it may be something that's constant. Got the White Horse of Kent again. I did see a white horse actually in Northumbria. So victory, the victory wreath. And there's the white horse. 6 days after a battle. So that comes before that one. 5 to 6 days, a battle and then a victory. Something coming to light. Travel, happiness. An unreliable, unpredictable friend, or unreliable, unpredictable finances or career. Could be a woman in uniform with a dark complexion. Could be a Taurus of any gender. Could be issues with the throat and neck. Now we have the 69 that we've got on the dice, 69. So Cancer, home and family life. Again, travel, vehicles, purchasing a new vehicle. Working as a team, pulling in the same direction. So Cancer and Leo could be a Cancer Leo cusper. 725, massively important. Enemies will be overcome, a victory. But we have the snake in the grass, the Aries energy. No passion, somebody who feels impotent, unable or unwilling to take action. He doesn't do what he says he's going to do. He doesn't put his money where his mouth is. No action. So you must love yourself first. Fill your own cup, make yourself happy. This could be about the reproductive organs and shared resources. Because we've got Scorpio there of any gender or somebody in charge of their emotions. Not quite brilliant at it, but better than most. Knowing when to make themselves happy. Not to rely on others to do it for them. The most important card here is the 7 or the 25. The name Mia could be important. Rowena. Here we've got gossip. We've got 3 months unable or unwilling to attend something. No reunions, no celebrations, secrets and gossip. Yeah, there's the narcissist, somebody who wants to control but isn't in control of their own emotions. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Stubbornness, the name Alice, 4 years. What you resist persists. The more you put effort into something to try and keep it going, the worse it's going to get. Greed, stubbornness, control, narrow-mindedness, and violent arguments. This is the bloodshed card, the one I don't like. So this argument could escalate into violence if you're not careful. This is those who want to win at all costs. They don't care how they do it. They'll cut their own nose off to spite their face. There needs to be an apology. Slow and steady wins the race. Virgo energy. Physician, heal thyself. First you heal yourself, then you can heal others, and not until. This is also somebody in uniform, somebody with a darker complexion sometimes. It's also somebody with a scar on the leg, the limp, or the amputation. But it is slow movement forwards. Being open to receive and not closed off. Too many. Yeah. Delays in travel. If you think something's over, it isn't. 21 is negative. It's internet issues, which I've been suffering with a power cut while I was away. Something not over. Something needs to be brought to a positive conclusion. So delays there. And financial losses or a loss of security. 10 years. Someone is at a crossroads. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Somebody's already left in their head, whatever this is, a job, a relationship, whatever it is, but they haven't taken the action. Somebody is delaying the inevitable. So the 25 and 7 is positive and the 21 is negative. Inheritances, strings of pearls. The number 72 could be important. Something cannot be conceived. Not yet. But there it is. So a return, something that was lost is returned to you, especially finances. Yeah, but we have a couple here that are not on the same page. She is able to keep herself happy, engaged. He is not in charge of his emotions, possibly unfaithful, possibly addicted, an addictive personality. This is also a Cancer. Of any gender, but this is somebody that is a loose cannon. Yeah, number 20, Judgment Day. So somebody's trying to put off the inevitable Judgment Day. The name Joshua, the name Gary, the name Sandra, Something has brought you to your knees. You need to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. Number 20. So 20 and 21 is negative. So tomorrow and the next day may be a negative outcome for us in some way, because somebody is determined to win. There's problems within the home and family life, which again is the house of Cancer. Celebration called off, something that doesn't take place or you can't attend. The foundations aren't strong enough. These are not your people. This is not your tribe. There are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. You have to make the right decision for you. 6 or 24. Adam, Eve, Lily, Emily, Aidan, Susan, and Catherine. She is pregnant in this. It was the choice card before it was the lovers. 6 and 24. Positive energy. You have a choice to make. Do you stay or do you go? The Garden of Eden. Yeah, there's the bloodbath. So again, there are those who want to win and they don't care how they do it. They are quite prepared to cut their own nose off to spite the face. Do you want to win or do you want to be happy? You're trapped in your own mind. A prison, a mental prison. All those swords, there's 8 swords. This is usually the lady with the blindfold and the ropes stood in a circle of swords. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. What you fear is what might happen, not what will happen. Because those swords were put there by somebody who walked away, laughing as they did it, because they knew you'd be totally trapped by fear, unable to move an inch because you fear what might happen. And there it is. We have to release ourselves from this toxic energy. Capricorn, for once, in the reverse, how I like it. Number 15. This is about no longer selling your soul to the devil. It's about releasing yourself, not selling your soul for shiny baubles. It's ambition and success. It's toxic situations that you must release yourself from. Break the shackles. So, 15 is positive. So 5 weeks of violence. Where that is, only you can say. It could be violent episodes in the home for some. Depends where you call home. So 6th house is about health. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. The apple tree, protection. This is the intestines, the abdomen, hospitals, vocational workplace. The colour brown, health services, work, altruism, teamwork with the chariot there. Co-workers, pets, efficiency, vocation, and your daily routine. This is how we become aware of others. Instead of being selfish, we think of others. This is a house of co-workers. Describes how harmoniously someone is able to blend into a team and how work will organise and approached. Without a strong sense of self, boundaries become elastic and there is no separation between you and me in the workplace. If personal boundaries are too strong, cooperation is impossible and isolation is inevitable. The 6th house is linked to health, which in turn is dependent on how much a home someone is with their body, mind and emotions, and how much of the self can be expressed. It is truly a holistic house. A state of health reflects our inner harmony, while disease indicates inner disharmony. So, Cancer in Neptune, I'm not sure it's there, you know. I think it might not be there. Yeah, it's not. Due to the long orbit, which means Neptune won't reach these signs until sometime in the future. However, I don't know when this was printed, so this may be out of date. but we've never been there. So Neptune in Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer are not included. This is unknown. We are being kept in the dark about something that will be illuminated. So something is coming to light that we didn't know. Oh, see, now, my grandfather was called Walter. I inherited a ring that got stolen many years ago, but I did get something similar to remind me of him. His name was Walter. He had a signet ring with a W on it, and he gave it to my grandmother, whose name was Martha. So, M or W, it is actually an E though. It's AWAS, and it's those bloody flags of the invaders. So, AWAS, and it's the apples, look. So again, we've got the apples. It is the joy to princes and the presence of warriors, a steed in the pride of its hooves, which, when rich men discuss it, it is ever a comfort to the restless. So the rich men are having discussions. It's said to represent a pair of horses. There we go, a team. Well done, Spirit. At a full gallop, their 8 hooves pound into the ground. In modern terms, this is an obvious association with vehicles and travel in general, of which there will be delays. Travel across country, or the vehicle of your soul. It represents a team of horses. Relationships of all kinds fall under this auspice. Status quo. So the status quo in reverse, something's going wrong. It's also a mark of rank, because to own a team of horses was the aristocracy. The apple tree is very important, and the ash, so the name ash could be important, and the humble ragwort. The obvious mythical connection is Sleipnir, the steed of Odin, so Wednesday. It was said to have 8 legs, reminiscent of the runic symbol of the 8 hooves pounding on the ground. However, there is a semi-legendary link to be found in early English history. The Anglo-Saxons, when they came to England during the reign of King Vortigern, were called Hengist and Horsa. The names mean stallion and horse, so those born in the year of the horse. To this day, the symbol of the English country of Kent. So Kent is important in our political arguments at the moment. The symbol is seen on vast scale in southern England, as well as where the equine form has been cut into the chalk hillsides. It is also interesting to note that England itself may take its name from the horse god named Ing, who was considered to be an aspect of the fertility goddess Frey. Some landing on the shores of England with a banner that bore the emblazoned Ewa, like that. And we've seen it before, and I'm not going to say any more. So, problems with travel vehicles is suggested when this rune is inverted. Your friends and family may not be in tune with your ideas. They are not your people, not your tribe. And this frustrates your ambitions, Capricorn, and causes unnecessary delays. There may also be health worries in connection with pets or domestic animals. So, $25. So we've got it twice, but now we've got it in reverse. So there it is. The number 25 is massively important. The thistle, Scotland. I've just come back from Scotland, not going again. None touch me with impunity is the quote. And there we have the cross, not only of Scotland, but of England, which we have on our Union Jack. So let's see. 25. The Latin name is Cardus Lancelotus. Mars and Jupiter. War and abundance, growth, riches. In folklore, witches flying through the air are said to be light as a thistledown. The witches will fly on October the 31st for Halloween, affirming a strong link between witchcraft and this very magical plant. Like many of the witch's herbs, there is an inner and outer magic to it. The obvious magical signature, and Capricorn is about signatures. Don't sign anything or make vows under duress, promises under duress, is the thorns of the thistle, invoking the magic of protection, which is what the apple is supposed to do. Not a medicine it is often talked about. Thistle has been used for joint pain and for bleeding, both internal and external. That which harms and draws blood can also heal the wound. Thistle is deeply linked to Scotland, so that which harms can also heal. So Chiron, first you heal yourself. Legends of Norse invaders seeking to be stealthy, taking off their footwear to move through the darkness, once stepped upon a small but strong thistle and cried out in pain. So be careful if you're walking barefoot, alerting the Scottish clans to the invasion of the Norse, allowing for preparation and then success. There's the success. If you're prepared. The most ancient and noble order of the thistle, started in 1687, uses the flower as an emblem, including the breast star. So a star worn on the breast. So sheriffs, the Jewish faith, wherever you see that, a star. With a thistle could even be a brooch. And the words Nemo mi impune lacetit. None touch me with impunity. So the inner world signature is due to the flight of the thistledown, indicating an aid in the witch's flight through sympathy, not the toxic chemicals, so not the toxicity of the traditional flying ointment. Thistle seeds can be blown into the air and act as sympathetic magic to fly into other worlds or otherwise practice astral protection. The essence of thistle is protection, but protection by standing up for yourself against hostility, by standing in your truth and dignity. There is an elegance and a nobility to the common thistle, helping you stand up against bullies and abusive authority figures. It's great in general for those who might not be attacked or abused, but who nonetheless feel insecure around others who express their own authority or act with confidence. Thistle can help you feel secure. Thistle is particularly protective when we are travelling or in unfamiliar territory in the physical or spiritual worlds. Someone or something is pushing upon your boundaries. When thistle is reversed, the thistle is warning you that the danger is coming and it is time to be prepared. The danger to you is not easily visible, yet it is present. Prepare your defences and be ready to be aggressive in your battle to defend yourself. Stand nobly in your power. There we have the mouse and the buttercup. The innocent, the fool. The fool is about to begin the new adventure. We begin again. The journey of the fool. The cycle begins. Number 22. Katie and Zoe could be important. So the mouse and the buttercup is 0 or 22. We begin the cycle again, but we can't do that until we end this chapter. So, like the fool in the tarot, the mouse and the buttercup are numbered 0. Both cards mark the start of a journey, and both remind us that we have much to learn. Mice are grounded and innocent, yet anyone who has dealt with a mouse in their house knows they are determined and highly adaptable. The mouse is paired with the humble buttercup, a symbol of childhood innocence, hence the nursery rhyme. Have you ever held a buttercup under your chin? According to centuries-old children's game, if the reflection of the flower glows yellow on your skin, it reveals that you like butter. So, you may be embarking on a journey, I think so, or starting down a new path. Remember that innocence or a lack of understanding are not negative qualities. Instead, they remind us of our capacity for growth, adaptability, and to learn. What do you hope to learn on this new journey, and what potential dangers must you look for to protect yourself? Absolutely beautiful, spot on read. You've got 126, so I'm not going to push it to the next level. But thanks for listening. I'll write up the song and let you know what it says. Bye bye.